Hello learners, this is Habiba with Excel with me. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Let's begin today's class teacher eligibility test, that is TET paper 2 social studies practice questions, that is of geography. Our earth in the solar system. What are the sun, the moon and all those objects shining in the night sky and other bodies like earth etc. called? They are all called celestial bodies. How and when are celestial bodies made up of? Very big and hot they are, and they are made up of gases. Do celestial bodies emit in large amounts of their own light? Yes. What are celestial bodies called? They are called stars. Which celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light and lit by the light of the stars? They are planets, satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, comets, etc. What is the earth on which we live? That is the third planet. What is the moon that we see in the sky? That is a satellite. What are the various patterns formed by different groups of stars in the sky? Those different patterns are constellations. Name one of the constellations, that is Ursa Major or Big Bear. What is the surface temperature of the sun? That is around 6000 degrees Celsius. What is the distance between the sun and the earth? That is 150 million kilometers. According to their distance from the sun, the order of planets are, we can remember as MVE, MJ, SUN. At the end, SUN, that is MVE, MJ, SUN. You can easily remember that acronyms. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. What are the fixed and elongated paths of all the 8 planets of the solar system move around the sun called? They are called orbits. Name the 4 inner planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, MVEM. That is smaller in size and composed of rocks. Then name the 4 outer planets, that is JSUN, that is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. They are large and made up of gases and liquids. Name the biggest and the smallest planet, that is Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter is the biggest, Mercury is the smallest planet. What are the realms of the earth? They are lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Solid outer layer of the earth consisting of rocks and soils. The second one, hydrosphere, consists of water bodies such as oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ice caps on mountains, tanks, etc. Then the third one is atmosphere, the layer of air that surrounds the earth made of different types of gases, major gases like nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, other gases carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon, ozone present in smaller amounts. The fourth one is biosphere. All living things existing on the land, in the water and in the air consisting of plants, animals, bacteria and other tiny organisms are under this biosphere. Now, which is a celestial body that moves around the planets in the same way as the planets move around the sun? That is a satellite. Which 2 planets do not have any satellites? That is Mercury and Venus. How far is the moon from the earth? That is about 3,84,400 kilometers away. Name some of the man-made Indian satellites in space, that is INSAT, IRS, EduSat, etc. The Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, launches satellites into space from which launching station? That is Sriharikota. Now SDS and SHAR full forms Satish Dhawan Space Center and Sriharikota High Altitude Range. When was Mangalyaan, that is Mars Orbiter Mission, MOM, launched by the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, on 24th September. Name the small rocky objects which also move around the Sun, that is asteroids. Asteroids are found between which orbits? Mars and Jupiter. Name the small pieces of rocky or metallic bodies which move around the Sun, that is meteoroids. Which is a celestial object made up of a head and a tail, a comet. What do the head and the tail of a comet consist of? That is solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made up of gases. What is a huge cluster of stars, that is Milky Way or a galaxy? In ancient India, a galaxy was imagined to be a river of light flowing in the sky and named as Akash Ganga. What do the millions of galaxies make? They make the universe. Now let's understand quickly, revise the points which are to be remembered. Galaxy, the cluster of stars. Asteroids, irregular shaped rocks between Mars and Jupiter. Meteoroids, small rocky or metallic bodies in outer space. Satellites, celestial bodies that move around the planets. Orbit, the path in which the planets move around the Sun. Geoid, Earth-like shape. Lithosphere, outer rocky layer on the Earth. Hydrosphere, water layer on the Earth. Atmosphere, layer of gases above the Earth. Biosphere, layer of life on the Earth. Constellation, patterns of stars. Now the next topic, that is globe model of the Earth. What is the speed of Earth's movement on its own axis from west to east? That is 1610 kilometers per hour. What time Earth takes to complete one rotation? That is 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4.909 seconds, about 24 hours, that is one day. What is the shape of an orbit? That is elliptical. What is the length of the Earth's orbit? That is 965 million kilometers. When did the rays of the Sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer? On 21st June. When did the longest day and the shortest night in the regions north of the equator occur? That is on 21st June itself. When did the Tropic of Capricorn receive direct rays of the Sun as the South Pole tilts towards it? On 22nd December. When did the direct rays of the Sun fall on the equator and the whole Earth experience equal day and night, that is equinox, on 21st March and September 23rd. Now let's understand which are the points to remember. Axis, an imaginary line about which a body rotates. Equator, 0 degree latitude. Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree northern latitude. Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree southern latitude. Arctic Circle, 66.5 degree northern latitude. Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degree southern latitude. North Pole, 90 degree northernmost part of the Earth. South Pole, 90 degree southernmost part of the Earth. Meridians, longitudes connecting north and south poles and shows midday. Greenwich or prime meridian, that is 0 degree longitude. They tell us the time. Meridians are also called as longitudes which connect from north pole to south pole in the midway. That is also called Greenwich meridian at 0 degree longitude. Now international dateline, that is 180 degrees east and west. Now latitudes are the imaginary lines that runs parallel to the equator. Longitudes, obviously imaginary lines that runs between the North Pole and the South Pole. Northern hemisphere, the half of the Earth that lies north of the equator. Southern hemisphere opposite, the half of the Earth that lies south of the equator. Eastern, obviously half of the Earth that lies east of the prime meridian. Western hemisphere, half of the Earth that lies west of the prime meridian. Now what are seasons? Are divisions of the year defined by changes in weather. Solar eclipse occur when the moon passes between the sun and the earth on one line. Lunar eclipse occurs when the earth moves between sun and moon on one line. Now, what is a leap year? Earth takes 1 year to complete one revolution. It takes 365 and a half days. Usually a year consists of 365 days only. The remaining 1/4 of the day is added once in 4 years, and that year known as leap year. Hence, a leap year consists of 366 days. In a leap year, we have 29 days in the month of February, but in a normal year, we have 28 days in February. Now, the next topic, maps. Based on content or purpose, maps can be classified into 3 types. They are political, physical, thematic. Political, villages, cities, towns, districts, states and countries with their boundaries. Physical, mountains, plateaus, plains, oceans and rivers. Thematic, that is land use, temperature, rainfall, population, soils, natural vegetation, crops, minerals, industries, railways, roads, waterways, etc. There are 2 types of maps based on scale, that is large scale maps and small scale. Large scale maps represent cadastral maps which show individual property. Then topographical maps show detailed surface features. Then small scale maps, they represent large areas like world, continents or countries, and they are of 2 types, wall maps and atlas maps. Wall maps are large in size than the atlas, used as teaching aids in the classroom and administrative purpose. Then atlas maps show general and important features, political divisions, physical features, etc. Now, what is GPS? Global Positioning Systems. Very important nowadays, important technology for locating objects on the earth. Web-based maps, that is, service provides detailed information about geographical regions and sites around the world. In addition to conventional road maps, these maps offer aerial and satellite views of many places. Then all of you know what is map, that is a diagrammatic representation of an area of land or sea showing physical features, cities, roads, etc. Then sketch, drawing based on memory and spot observation and not to scale. Plan, drawing a small area on a large scale. Scale, ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map with the help of scale. Then cardinal directions, they are directions of north, west, south and west, denoted as NESW. Then intermediate directions, direction between 2 cardinal directions, that is northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. Then compass, drawing circles and arcs and measuring distances between points. Now let's see the landforms in Andhra Pradesh here. Landforms like major landforms of Andhra Pradesh, which is the oldest plateau and is of volcanic origin in India, that is Deccan Plateau, which is the larger part of Andhra Pradesh that comes under the Deccan Plateau region, that is Rayalaseema. Limestone, manganese, asbestos, iron ore, gold, diamonds, granite, dolomite, quartz and silica sand are the minerals available in plateaus. Now, what is a lava plateau? The Deccan Plateau is also called as the lava plateau. The lava plateaus are rich in black soil that is fertile and good for cultivation of which crop? That is cotton. Indo-Gangetic plains of India are world famous, as we all know. Now, what is the length of the coastal line of Andhra Pradesh? That is 972 kilometers. It is the 7th largest state in India in area and 10th most populous state as per 2011 census. Now, Armakonda, that is Zindagada in Araku Valley, is the highest peak in our state with 1690 meters. Now, what is an ancient tribal agricultural practice in the hilly regions called? That is called Podu or shifting or jhum cultivation. Araku is famous for which crop? Coffee. Which tribal group is practicing a pre-agricultural mode of economy and are inhabitants of the Nallamala forest area, that is the Chenchus. When did the government up Integrated Tribal Development Agency, that is ITDA, with headquarters at Srisailam, that is in 1989. In Andhra Pradesh, the plains are situated in which coastal district? That is stretching from Srikakulam district in the north to SPSR. SPSR, that is earlier it was Nellore, now it is given as Sri Potti Sri Ramulu, Nellore district in the south. The plains in Guntur, Krishna and Godavari districts are famous for which crops? Paddy, sugarcane, chilies, turmeric, etc. In Guntur district, the uplands have clayey black soils that are more suitable for which crops? Cotton and chili crops. Now, what is the paddy monsoon crop called? That is Kharif, and the winter crop is called Rabi. Which are the minor delta plains in Andhra Pradesh? That is the Vamsadhara in Srikakulam and the Penna in Nellore districts. Where are the famous lakes like Kolleru, that is freshwater, and Pulikat, that is saltwater, located? Kolleru Lake in West Godavari and Pulikat Lake in SPSR Nellore district. What are the cash crops that give more income or profit to the farmer, also known as commercial crops? They are groundnut, turmeric, sugarcane, tobacco, etc. Now, what are the food crops grown for consumption? Paddy, millets, vegetables. What is the rearing of aquatic animals like fish, prawns, shrimp, crabs, etc. for food, known as? They are aquaculture. So, we come to the end of these chapters of geography 1 to 4 of social studies. I'll come up with other chapters in the next class. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.